Hi guys, it's Sandra here today, and I thought we're gonna do some more makeup, hence the ears. And I'm not planning on anything special really, but I just realized yesterday that I got this beautiful, quite vibrant green. For a second I couldn't think of the word. So quite a vibrant green from Kryolan about a month ago, if not more. And I haven't played with it yet, so I thought today I'm gonna do just a simple green eye look so I can try out how this works. And that's it really, there's not more to add to it, so let's just get started. Also, quickly let me point out my finger because I assume you're gonna see it anyway. I managed to cut it today with a bread knife. It just sort of slipped in my hand, and I have a Peppa Pig plaster on it. Don't ask, let's just all roll with it. Yeah, just ignore. Thanks. As a base, I'm gonna use my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and look at it, how tiny is that? I'm pretty sure it doesn't have much left in it. And I use that just because I want quite a vibrant color payoff. So I'm just gonna draw it on all over my lid, and I'm just gonna blend it out with, should I use a sponge? Should I use a brush? I might just use a brush for it. This is a bit of concealer on it, but never mind, it'll be fine. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a shader brush, but it's so perfect for concealer. This is, yeah, it's the Real Technique crease prep brush. But I love this for concealer or for blending out a cream shadow. As the next step, I'm going to take my green shadow and a flat shader brush, and I'm just going to pack it onto my lid. This would have been perfect when last year I did a Beetlejuice makeup. If you want to look at it, I'm not sure actually how many people are aware. I recently started putting it in the down bar below. I have two Instagram accounts, so I have just my regular one, which is Szannyside, and then I have another one which is just under Sunny Makeup, so that's where most of my makeup pictures are going. So if you want to look at it, I'm going to leave that in the down bar below as well. And you can find there I did a Beetlejuice makeup last year, but rather than doing just a normal Beetlejuice, I did one where I sort of reimagined what Beetlejuice would look like if he was a woman, and it's just sort of like the regular Beetlejuice makeup on one side and then the woman in like a raised mask on the other side. So if you want to check that out, just go on my Instagram page. I will link it down below, but this color would have been quite perfect. Maybe this year, maybe I can do a video with Beetlejuice. It's just one of those fun old movies that's a bit creepy, it's a bit weird, but you're gonna watch it anyway and it's fun at the end. And that's such a beautiful color once you build it up. Look at that. That's really pretty. So now I'm just gonna take a clean blending brush, which is in this case the Sigma E40, and I'm just gonna lightly blend the edges a bit. I'm gonna apply another color as well, but just so it's a bit softer to start with. It makes it quite yellowy on the edges once you start blending it. That's quite nice. Now I'm gonna go in with a deeper green shade just in the crease, and this is from Kiko. And I don't know if they still do these. I know that they stopped making them, but I don't know if it's just the shape that's different or it's the actual product. So it's the Infinity High Pigmented Eyeshadow in the shade 263, in with this Kiko shadow, and on a small blending brush, which is the Morphe M506. Also, at that point, do you know any cruelty-free brands that make a tiny blending brush like this? If I put it next to What's a brush that a lot of people know? The MAC one. I already used it, so it's dirty, but this is the MAC 217 and this is the Morphe brush. So you can see it's tiny blending brush. And I really like this, and I wanted to buy other ones until it turned out that Morphe is now selling in China. So does anyone know of a good cruelty-free option for a tiny blending brush like these? If you do, please let me know. For now, I'm just gonna go in with this in my crease. Just in my crease, nowhere else. Just in the crease. Maybe it was a wrong shade. Never mind, we're gonna just roll with it for now. I'm gonna go back in with that clean Sigma brush and just blend. And I'm holding the brush quite far down on the bottom so the brush can do most of the blending for me. I'm not really pressing it or doing anything, I'm just moving it along my eyes. Now I'm going back with the first brush we used originally, which is a Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush, and just build up the color again on the lid, and just more like patting and pressing rather than doing anything else. Then I'm just gonna clean the same tiny blending brush on a color switch. These things are brilliant. And then I'm going back in the same vibrant green shade and just blend it above the crease. And I still feel like applying that darker green helped with a bit of definition, but at the same time it was not really there for much color. It's just to add a tiny bit of depth. Now for my liner, I'm gonna mix an eyeshadow with the NYX, what is it called? Multitasker Mixing Medium. And the eyeshadow I'm gonna use is a Sigma over C, which I broke quite well. Soon after I got it, I broke it. So I put it in this little jar, and it's a beautiful greeny, bluey, teal, shiny sort of color. And I think that's gonna add a little bit of something to this look. I don't want any, you know, a really special strong wing or anything like that, but it will still add a little bit of something different to this look. Alright, so both of my eyes are done. Well, on the top part on the lid anyway, so we're gonna move on to complexion, and we need to brighten my under eyes because they look so dark, so much darker on camera than in real life. For primer, we're gonna go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer, and to be fair, there's so little left of this, I just want to finish it, so this is the one I've been using lately, and I quite like it, but it's a little bit too silicone-y maybe. And some days it feels really slippery. It's not a bad primer though, I quite enjoy it, but if I had to choose between this one and the Cover FX blurring primer or smoothing primer, whatever it's called, I would definitely go for the Cover FX one, but this is not bad. I just prefer that one. It's a bit less slippery and definitely really smoothing. I feel like I hold this finger so awkward. Probably because I do. As the next step, I'm gonna go in with my Becca Under Eye Brightener. This is the shade Light to Medium. And which eye is darker? Probably that one. Let's see the magic happening. I hope you can see it through the camera as well. So much brighter. So much brighter. As the next step, we're going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation. And usually I would apply it with a damp sponge, but I'm too lazy to dampen my sponge. So we're going to use a brush. I haven't used it with a brush in ages. So let's see. I'm gonna use the Real Techniques Insta Pop Cheek Brush. And it's a little bit pale for me at the moment. So I might have to bronze up. Oh yeah, compared to my body, it's definitely too light. Never mind. I just wanted to use it because I haven't used it in a really long time. And I think I'm gonna skip concealer and we'll just pop this over the under eye brightener. Before I set it, I will go in with a few cream products. So the first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I recently bought this. I talked about it in my huge haul video and I haven't used it an awful lot since. So I feel like it's time. Why am I holding my hand on this side? I don't know if you can see just my thumb hovering in the bottom of the screen. How awkward. I don't really never contour my nose, but I thought I will try it. And see, I feel like the end is a bit too big, so maybe... No, I look like Rudolph. Great. I'm gonna use the same brush that we used for the foundation. And gently pat it in. Now, I know you can still see that spot coming through, but to be fair, I can't be bothered to cover it up. I'm just mostly doing this makeup because I really wanted to play with that green eyeshadow. I'm not really going anywhere anymore. I've been out this morning and now for the rest of the day I'm just gonna be home probably editing and cooking dinner and stuff, so who's gonna see that spot? No one, really. Next I'm gonna use a blush. It's a cream blush from Illamasqua. I haven't used it in a long time and I'm always having trouble with this name. Zygomatic? Z-Y-G-O-M-A-T-I-C. There you go. I think it's quite a popular blush. Some people contour with it. I'm just gonna use it for a natural glitter color, although when I'm this pale I could probably contour with it, but never mind. I'm just gonna use a little synthetic geofiber brush, again from Real Techniques. They have such good brushes. And I'm thinking of maybe creating a really dark lip with this, like a dark green. Let's see. Maybe. And just to diffuse it, I'm gonna go around it with the brush that we used earlier. Make sure there are no harsh edges. Another cream product, and I think we're done with the creams. I'm gonna go in with the cream highlighter from my Illamasqua palette that is in my palette project pen. I only filmed an intro so far, so I'm not gonna show you the palette, so it can stay a surprise. I think I will probably film an update soon, maybe next month. At that point I think it will be around a month and a half of a progress or so. Now in real life I look like quite good, it's quite a bit fairer, but I don't really want to bronze up this look. We'll see. Also this cream in this palette, the cream highlighter, is called, hold on, I'm pretty sure you can get these separately, it's called Aurora. And it's not a putty highlighter, but it really feels like one. I don't have the Sigma? No, the Stila one. But I touched it a few times in the shop and it feels quite similar to that. It's really soft, it moves around in the pen quite easily. And it's just to put down a little bit of a base highlight. I'm gonna apply more and probably a different color. Although you have to see, make sure it's not too dark. For brows, I am gonna try my new Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift, and I used it a few times before, but I'm still sort of trying to learn my way around the new pencil. I've been using either a powder or a pomade for quite a while now, so I am really not used to using a pencil, but I quite like this one. It is quite nice. If you hear me sniffing every once in a while, I'm so sorry. I think it's because the weather in the UK is currently so crazy. It's hot and then it's cold and then it's hot and then it's cold. My body just can't fully keep up with it, so I think I got a cold. Just out of nowhere. I quite like this pencil so far. It's just really easy and natural. I'm just gonna set them in place with the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Mascara, just so I can fluff them up a bit. Oops. I always feel like... See, this is why I like to do brow gel first, because sometimes it can mess up the color and just move it all over the place. Is it only me? I'm trying new techniques lately, but I feel like for me personally it works better if I put the brow gel down first and then the color, whether it's a pomade, it's a powder, it's a pencil, just seems to work better. Now, to lightly set my face, I'm gonna use the Becca Higher Mist powder. I feel like this will apply the least amount of color, and I'm just gonna use a really light layer. To ensure I'm only using the tiniest bit, I'm gonna use a geofiber brush. It's just called geofiber face brush again, real techniques. Alright, I didn't have enough space left on my memory card, so we're back. It's all happening today. But my face is set, so we're gonna move on to... What should we move on to? Let's finish the eyes first, and then I can see if I need anything else left on my face. Maybe just the tiniest bit of bronzer or some sort of powder. Let's see. But first, I'm gonna finish the eyes, and what am I gonna do? I'm gonna first go in with the green color that we used all over the lid. So I'm gonna swap to the Sigma Shader Crease E47. I'm gonna lightly run it across the whole of my under eye area. I don't have too many eyeshadows from Kryolan, only a few, but the ones I do have I really like. Also their gel eyeliners are really nice. Okay, and now to add a bit more definition and color, I'm gonna go back to the Sigma shadow that we use as a liner, and I'm gonna take it on a small angled brush and just press it to my lash line till about halfway in for a little bit of sparkle. And since now it's more like a pigment rather than an eyeshadow, or more like a loose eyeshadow, just because it was crushed, I make sure that I really tap off any any additional product that I don't need. Basically, I just can't talk lately. Alright. Beautiful. Yeah, that's my tip for the day. If you have an eyeshadow that, you know, falls and, you know, you don't have an option to repress it, just put it in a little jar. This is an old Benefit eye cream jar that I had lying around, and it's perfect. I'm trying not to be too extra. But I know that the highlighter I will use on my face is just not gonna go under my eyes, as in like under my brows, on my brow bone, and in my inner corner I want to use something else as well, which is not gonna work. So, in order trying not to be too extra and use 3 different highlighters, I'm gonna take a small brush and the cream highlighter I used on my face before, and I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. Does that work? Yeah, it gives a nice subtle shine. Good. For my inner corner, I'm gonna use the NYX Prismatic Shadow in the shade Mermaid. I love these eyeshadows. They are so pretty. And I think this greeny one will just look perfect in the inner corner. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's just a bit of a lighter, more green version of that liner really from Sigma. For an added bit of color, just the tiniest hint, I'm gonna use my MAC Harmony blush, which is more like a bronzer on me. And I'm not gonna show the pen because it's in my collection project pen roulette thing, which we're coming up to the finale. That's quite crazy. Down my neck so it looks like I have more color. As a highlight, I want to use a product I haven't used in a long time, and this is the Illamasqua Beyond Powder in the shade, well, the shade name is gone, but I'm pretty sure it's called OMG, I think, and it's more of a darker, slightly warmer toned, orangey-ish, goldish highlight. It's a beautiful color. And sometimes I feel like it's a bit too dark, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. It's quite nice as an eyeshadow as well. And I think as long as I use a light layer of it, I can get away with it as a highlight. So let's see. Let's see if I'm wrong or not. I need a better brush. I need my highlighter brush. I can only use it with a tan or with a bronzer. But I love this. It works beautifully as an eyeshadow. It's just such a nice formula. I still look so... oh dear. See, from this angle it's a bit dark. From the side it's great. But then from this angle it's a bit dark. Okay, might have to use a lighter one then on top. Okay, I think I'm gonna go over it with the Too Faced Canary Diamond. Yes, Canary Diamond highlighter. It's quite a lighter, more yellowy color. So it has a similar undertone. So, ooh, that highlighter is intense. I'm not sure it lightened it a lot. A little bit maybe. Definitely really glowy now. Let's try to just blend it. Well, we all learn from our mistakes. Where are the lips? I quite want a dark green, but I don't have a dark green. But something like the Kat Von D, like the dark green, I don't know what it's called, that would be perfect, but I don't have it. So what I might do, I'm gonna get my Morphe 35B palette, and I think I'm gonna go in with the dark color there. I'm just gonna get some out with my spatula and mix it with, should I mix it with a clear lip gloss? Yeah, just because the mixing medium dries down and I think it could make my lips look quite cracked, so I don't want to do that. Instead I'm going to use just a clear lip gloss. I know it looks yellow, but it's not, it's just clear, and it's in my project pen, so I might as well use this. And I'm just going to use my trusty little palette. Again, I think it is from Kryolan. I use the same to mix my, oh hey, there's the camera. I use the same mixing palette to mix the eyeliner in. That's what you see in the middle, and I'm just going to use the same thing to mix my lip product. This is not completely matte, but that's the closest in color. It's the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade I Have a Green, and I'm going to use that to line my lips. Oh wow. Wow, okay. Okay, so not on my teeth. Next time look quite yellow, but that was to be expected. Now, because I used a gloss, it's quite tacky, so I use the same brush, I just cleaned it. And I'm gonna go back in with the powder eyeshadow. I might just pack a little bit on top, just because I don't want this to end up all over my teeth and moving around my chin. What I might do actually, I might get a tissue and bite on it first. I'm just gonna lightly pat over it. I feel like I have to go back with that eyeliner and go around it one last time. Now we need mascara. I'm gonna use my usual Too Faced Better Than Sex. As a last step, I'm gonna add an eyeliner to my waterline, and to again go quite nicely with that liner, I'm gonna use the Avon Color Trend eyeliner in the shade Turquoise. I think this is gonna complement it all really nicely. Like so. Let me mess up my hair, because I feel like this look would go really well with a really messy look. Now I can go and be really rock and roll with my messy hair, my quite vampy sort of look, and my Peppa Pig plaster. Okay, it's not on my teeth. But yeah, what do you think? I really like how this look turned out at the end. I've never done a green lip before, and I really like the combination of that inner corner highlighting the eyes and that little bit of a sparkly liner, just to give it a little bit of something, because essentially we only have two eyeshadows on the lid. So I think that just really makes it pop a little bit, and I really am in love with this look. So for today, that's it, and I hope you really enjoyed this look. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Would you wear a green lip? I'm not sure I could brave it on the street, although I've been walking outside before with a grey lip and that was fine. So I live in London anyway. I'm not sure many people would bat an eyelid. Yeah, I quite like that colour. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you thought of today's video. Let me know what you think of this look. Would you wear it? Would you actually go out on the street with a green lip? I don't know. Let me know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would consider subscribing, that would mean a lot to me. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye bye. Clean blender brush. This is the Sigma E40. Boom, I have cheekbones. Look at that, 50 hours later.